time with the anxious and ambitious part of yourself, just even knowing yourself enough to know that probably your ambition has created a certain amount of anxiousness in your body and vice versa, right? So your anxiousness feeds your ambition and your ambition feeds your anxiousness. My name is Shayna, and I know all this because I'm anxious and ambitious. So the difference probably between me and you is very, very, very extremely slight. I am just one or two steps ahead in understanding what anxiousness really means in my body, what ambition means for myself and my destiny. I've been a solopreneur for almost all of my life. I'm 43 at the time of this recording. And I started my path to entrepreneurship, honestly, when I was 7 years old, but it actualized at 27. At 25, I had what I call a quarter life crisis. And the quarter life crisis at a tender age of 25 was because I had a child by myself. I had envisioned a certain type of lifestyle for myself that included being an entrepreneur, and I was not there. And so, lo and behold, within 24 months, I was there. It took a lot of focus and a lot of effort. And for anyone who is venturing into their life purpose, I just want to share that there's a much easier way than the way that I did from 27 years old all the way up till about 35, 40 years old. And that is through clarity. It was through meditation. It was through calming my monkey mind, letting go of all the things that I had been told about my past, and really laying a good foundation for who and what I am, the gifts that I have, and allowing spirit and the universe to really bring me the things that I desired. What I noticed in my first business, which was a hair salon, was that I would work hard because that's who I am. And then when I would come to a crossroad, I would just have to stop because there was nothing I can do. So this is a real life example that I'm going to give you later on in the week, which is how to get your website in the top 10 on Google. I knew I had to do it, but I had no idea how to do it. So again, we'll go over that more later in the week when we talk more about marketing. But I was able to get my salon on the top 10, actually the top 3 of Google searches for natural hair, honestly, through prayer. And so I'd done all the research. I had tried to figure out how to do SEO by myself, which is search engine optimization. This was, again, 10 years ago. I had no idea what it was or how to do it. Friends were giving me books and everything. And I just was like, I am a smart lady, but this is way beyond what I can do. And through prayer, someone walks into my salon, a Black woman, and says, "Oh, that's what I do for a living. I'll do that for you for free, as long as you just do my hair again." And I was like, okay, no problem. Within 24 hours, I was number 3 in Google, and I never saw that lady again. She lived out of town. I would email her, try and reciprocate the exchange. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And from that point on, my salon ranked very top in Google. And so I was able to be a tremendous success in the search engine and get more and more clients for my business. And it set the foundation for me really understanding how the internet worked, but it also set a foundation of understanding how spirit works, and how when you put things in the atmosphere, especially with the work that you've done for yourself, the universe just reciprocates and just reciprocates naturally. The key to all of this is really, really, really being in your truth, really, really, really understanding your worth, really, really allowing for God to show up for you in ways that you have never even began to understand. I would have spent thousands and thousands of dollars to get on Google, but because, or the top ranking of Google, but because um, of my resources, I didn't have thousands and thousands of dollars. And because I was in alignment with my destiny and helping so many Black women to have a safe place to get their hair done, where they could be nourished, where their spirits could be fed, where they could be comfortable, then it lined up, because that's everything that my salon served. It served a higher purpose than just getting your hair done. It served a purpose in the community to bring women together, to be their natural selves, right? It's natural hair, but folks are not necessarily their natural selves. And when they're able to come into my salon and honeycomb, they could bring themselves, their families, their children, their grandmothers, their grandfathers, anyone, and everyone was able to be their own natural self and to grow, and to change and to relax in a place that really nourished their beauty. All right. So I had all that stuff clear, and the universe was like, all right, we'll help you with that. And so my mission now is the exact same way, to teach the tools of that flow, to teach the tools spiritually, but also to teach the tools of how the hell do you get on Google like rank number 3. How do folks do that? What do they do? I know how to make that happen. And so I want to make sure that all of us know how to make that happen, because there is a huge gap in entrepreneurship with women. There's a huge gap in income. There's a huge gap in us just having the confidence to know that we can do what's on our heart. We're told that we, especially those of us who are ambitious, we are told that we have to take a certain route and that it has to look a certain way. And honestly, it doesn't. It literally looks your way. It looks your route. And as you begin to step into your own truth and into your own power, then your tribe shows up. Folks who are able to put you number 3 on Google, those who will spread your name, those who will refer folks to you to get the product or service that you are offering. And it does not matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you are selling toenail clippers or if you are selling imaginary viral videos about birds. Like, I'm telling you, when you are on your right track, the universe will just show up and be like, viral videos of birds. That's what we're doing. Let's make $1 million. Like, it's a whole entire amazing thing. But in order to get into that place, we have to really understand who and what we are and what energy we're putting towards things that are not benefiting us. So as anxious and ambitious people, a lot of times we're putting a lot of efforting into a lot of jobs, a lot of tasks, a lot of doing that doesn't necessarily serve us. We have the power to do it, but the power is literally being drained from us. And so when that happens, we get confused, we get tired, we don't have enough energy, we experience a lot of burnout. We feel like we're not there for the things that we really want, or the people that we really want to serve. So it's really important, because your destiny and what you do for a living literally are one thing. It's one thing. When you wake up in the morning and you take that first conscious breath, you are now in work with God. You are now in work with your highest self. Even when you were asleep, the sleep and the dreams that you have are teaching you something, or restoring you in a way so that you can do the highest work possible for your life. So if you are efforting and you feel out of place, you feel like this is not what you're supposed to be doing, there's something else for me, that sign is real. It is real. Do not push it away. Sit in it, be a part of it, asking spirit more and more, what is it that I should do to get on my life path? Those are the things that you should be asking yourself if you are tired, burnt out, confused, have a lot of mind fog, have a lot of digestive problems. Digestive problems are a clear sign that you are most likely off the right track. Food has one thing to do with it, of course, but a lot of the times it's because we're holding so much in our guts. We're holding so much of our truth in our stomachs and we are suppressing it. And it literally causes constipation, right? So if you have issues that are going on with your gut, if you have a lot of things that are going on in your mind that you just feel like you don't have the clarity that you need to move forward, that is your spirit's way of saying, baby, I don't like this life. I don't want this life. I want to get out of here. I don't want to do this. Right. And so, what this whole entire week's challenge is to be able to ask the questions why, to be able to answer your why, and to be able to make fundamental steps towards your goals, your life, and your destiny so that you can have the ease, the clarity, and the productivity that you really, really need in your life. All right. So, like I said, hello, I am Shayna. I told you all about who I am. And I am a sound therapist. You'll see these bowls behind me. And we will be having, at the end of this session, in about 15 minutes, you will be getting a sound healing session. So make sure that, again, you have your headphones on because we are going to be going into that session. But what I want to do first is just let you know what to expect. So each day is going to be a tad bit different than the last day, right? So we're going to have 5 days challenge. You can come back to this at any time. You can self-pace. You can go 1 day per week, you know, if you wanted to, and continue to practice and play each day for 5 days in a row until you feel confident about moving forward to the next. So there's no rush. Your life is not one that needs to be rushed. You are here again for a very, very profound reason. And so there's no rush in that at all. All right. So each day is going to be a little bit different. And so day 1, we're just going to be really leaning into what we feel, know, and see as our purpose. All right. It's going to be really easy. You think it's going to be hard because your mind and your body is in a fog, but it's really, 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 really easy. We're going to also cover how to do divination for yourself. So divination so this is going to be day 2 is divination. Again, you may want to take more than 1 day to go over your own personal ways of divining for yourself, but they're really, really easy to get what I call a mirror from spirit. So what this is like is getting cards. You may have to get coins. I'll show you how to use certain coins. There are certain tools that you can use to get yes and no answers from spirit. So for example, if I did a reading for myself, let's say I use some coins, I throw the coins down, but my question is, am I a dog trainer, right? I already know I'm not a dog trainer, but am I a dog trainer? Boom, spirit will say, no, you're not a dog trainer. I'd say, am I a teacher? Yes, you are a teacher. Okay. Super simple ways for spirit to show you that they see you, they hear your prayers, and they're reflecting exactly that. If you're in this class, you probably already have cards. You may already know how to divine for other people. But how about for yourself, for your own children, for your mate? These are tools that Indigenous people, African people, Native American people, all of us have been using for years. It's not a mystery. It's not woo-woo. It's not scary. It is your higher self being able to talk to you and speak to you clearly so that you know that that exists. Just a small little caveat: in American Christianity, in Western Islam, these things are considered spooky for a reason, and that is to keep you away from your own divine truth, right? So even if you're just in your tradition, if it is Christianity or it's Islam or these other forms that tell you that these things are really evil, then you may just want to do meditations. And meditations are fine. And I will teach you how to just listen to yourself in meditation, hear and feel yourself in a higher sense. And you don't have to use any type of cards or anything like that until you can feel more comfortable in that space. So that will be what is for day 2. And let me look at my notes here. So flow and ease is going to be day number 3. So we get into some real kind of revenue at that point, right? We already know what your idea is. We know that spirit is saying, yes, 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 please do it. And now what is the flow, right? How do we stay consistent? How do we get the money in that we need to get in? How do we get our product out there? How do we share our services? That's what's super duper important if you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you're doing your own thing, or if you are looking for just something that is more fulfilling in your job. You don't even want to be an entrepreneur. You just want to be in a different position from the position that you're in your corporate space or in your business in general. So we're going to talk about the flow and the ease of really bringing that in and manifesting for yourself. And then day 4 is about work. All right. Work. Ambitious people are incredibly busy. All right. You are incredibly busy. I understand that. I get that. And so I want to be able to set up calendars, to set up space that is personal to your life so that although you may have to do this other job, you can see how that job really fulfills and flows into what this other next step in your life path is going to be, and to set up space and time for you to be able to just dedicate to your life purpose and to the joy that that brings you without feeling tight and restrained and as if you're not doing enough, right? So really kind of creating a flow chart for your work and for your progress, and to be able to give yourself rewards, for you to be able to know what kind of work you're doing, how you're doing that work, and then how you are seeing a return on that work, right? And so day 5 is marketing 101, which is one of my favorites. So that is a way that we will begin to talk about how to market what it is that you're doing. And again, that could be in a corporate space so that you can get the raise that you want. It could be in starting your own business, and how do you consistently market that and begin to bring in the income that you need. And this is a really good space for you to start sending me in. Well, you can send me in questions at any point, at any time, right? But the marketing piece is going to be really, really important and specific to you. So by then you should have compiled a lot of questions for me about your business and how it is that you want to elevate yourself into a clearer space, right? Into a place where you can consistently share what you do with joy, and then the money coming in with joy and without the stresses of being broke or not having enough time or not being able to spend time with your family or your friends, which is a lot of what I experienced during my first business, which was everything was dedicated 98% to my work and 2% to my actual family, which is who I was saying I was doing the work for. Counterproductive. I literally used to tell my son, we're doing all this so that we can take vacations one day. We're doing all this so that, we can spend more time with one another one day. It was always one day. And then one day I looked up and that boy was a teenager. And we had taken maybe 5 vacations, one throughout the year, just like regular, folks, but it was probably spent most of my time thinking about something else or wanting to be someplace else so that I can make more money or do something else. And so I really want to be able to help you to have a full and balanced life. There is so much money, so many opportunities out there in the world. It is so endless. And so limiting ourselves a lot of times, saying that we don't have enough time or that we don't have enough money or that we can't change is mostly a conditioning that we've told ourselves, and a conditioning that our parents and the people around us are demonstrating to us, that there just isn't enough time or money. And that is just not true. Um, there are so many things that will naturally come to you as long as you open your heart and your mind to what the possibilities could be. Then they can flood in. But if you are dead set on working and exhausting yourself and putting energy into things that don't serve you, you're always going to be exhausted, you're always going to be broke, and you're always going to be doing team too much. That's just, it just is what it is, right? So we're here just to reset that attitude and begin to understand who and what we are, and to walk in our highest truth, in our light, and not be exhausted all the time. So what I would really, really love for you to do is, if you don't already, go ahead and grab a journal. We're going to spend the next couple of minutes just jotting some things down. And we're going to start the sound bath right after that. So go ahead and get your journal out and just kind of prep. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes because I don't want you to be thinking. And what I want you to do is just to let down all of your expectations. Put your pen to pad. And begin to write down, what is your favorite activity and things to do? Gonna go ahead and start some music. If you can't think about what your favorite things to do are, think about what, or write down, what are your favorite activities on the weekends? What are your favorite foods to eat? Things like that. Just writing down everything about a perfect day, a perfect day, and then go into a perfect weekend. And write as quickly as possible. Begin to write out what your perfect week will look like. Break it down. You can do whatever you want, whatever you want, and it will bring you so much money. So begin to write down with your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe you don't work on Monday, Tuesday, whatever you want. Just write it all out. Don't worry about the how, just write it.
I still remember in the days when I was scared to touch you up. How I spent my days dreaming, planning how to stay. You must have known that I feel deep enough to swim in. That's when you opened up your heart and you told me. I had you up, but you weren't there, and I was broken. Hung up the phone, can't be too late. The boss is so demanding. Open the door up, and to my surprise, there you were standing. You left the door wait till I saw you. Was you make my heart scream. Love is a gamble, and I'm so bad at it. And when we've come a long way, and if this is only the
Go ahead and bring your journaling to a close. I played two songs intentionally. I should say, Spirit played two songs intentionally. And I'm going to send these to you uh, for tomorrow's webinar, but I would love for you to play them for yourself whenever, however. And when you play them, just remember that this is, again, your higher self singing to you singing to your higher self. Um, Luther Vandross, never too much, which means that, again, anything that you ask of the universe is going to show up. And oh, honey, the sweetness of life, and how wonderful it feels to be 100% you, to not feel the stress and anxiety, to be in your own divine flow, how much joy there is in that. In Luther Vandross's song, he says, you know, 1,000 kisses from you is not enough, you know, never ever too much. He also says, what's it like to go to this 9 to 5 just to grind every single day for a job, you know, when I could be with you, right? So perfect for what we're doing. So perfect for what we're doing. So I would love for you to get in a comfortable position. We're going to have a meditation for about 15 minutes. And during this time, I want you to let go of everything that you journaled, right? Close the book, put it away from you. And this is going to be a time that we can just spend feeling. This is a time that we can spend our time decoding any negativity that we feel around our higher self and our higher purpose. This is a time that we are able to just let go, right, of any and all expectations of the outside world. And we can just be in the light of our own perfection. All right, so go ahead and get comfortable. Remember, I am guiding you through this, so you don't have to do anything. It's a short meditation just to allow your shoulders to drop. Just begin to breathe through your nose. Feel your belly expand and contract naturally. And if you can just take a few seconds and check in with your body. Just tune into how your body feels. And perhaps any part that is feeling tension or it's feeling scared, just breathe into that body part. Perhaps you just repeat the mantra love or surrender. Just allowing yourself to go limp. Let's create a protective bubble around your entire being. So that you know that you're safe inside this meditation. Allowing any thoughts that you may have, when they come, just allow them to come. And then just watch them float out like clouds. You don't need to do anything. Be soft and kind with every thought and also any tension or feelings in your body. Just be gentle. Allow them to come up and ease out. I'll mind the time. You can just listen. Taking a soft, gentle, deep breath. Just dropping into your heart. The desires of your heart space. The desires of your destiny are the exact same thing. Your only homework tonight is to write all the things that bring you joy. And when you write them, perhaps you play this video, this sound bath, and really feel into those spaces and places that you find joy. You can write the little things, the big things, things that you just would never even think are significant. And really feel into what those feel like. Take only about 10 minutes just to journal, to write, and to feel joy. Thank you so, so much for spending this time with your own spirit. Thank you so much for showing up. It's lunchtime where I am, and so I am hungry. So take some time tonight, or perhaps first thing in the morning, whenever you find quiet time to spend with yourself and recognize and be in your full joy. See you tomorrow.